What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be telling you 50 facts about The Walking Dead Season 1. Let's get into it. Let's speedrun this. Alright, fact number 1. Everyone pretty much already knows this, but The Walking Dead premiered on October 31st, 2010, which is Halloween. Number 2, Frank Darabont, which is a director of the show. The season was developed by him, and the inspiration was The Shawshank Redemption. Great movie. You guys should watch it. Number 3, short season. Unlike other seasons, season 1 only had 6 episodes, making it the shortest season. Number 4, comic book influence. Now, the comic book is written by Robert Kirkman, and that's what The Walking Dead is based off of. That's kind of obvious. The comic is also named The Walking Dead, but I had to throw something in there. For casting and crew, number 5, Andrew Lincoln is Rick Grimes. We all know that, but he is a British actor, and he had to master the American accent to play the role. Norman Reedus is Daryl Dixon. We all know that. He normally auditioned for Merle, but they liked him so much that they decided to give Merle a brother when they're not even meant to be in the show because they weren't even in the comics. Number 7, Jon Bernthal is Shane Walsh. We already know that, but Shane was supposed to die really quickly because he dies really quickly in the comics, but he lives to like the end of season 2. Lenny James as Morgan. We all know that. Morgan Jones is played by Lenny James, and since he only appeared in the first episode and doesn't appear for another 3 seasons, he's a fan favorite. Number 9, Walker School. Actors who play zombies have to attend zombie school where they learn how to move like the undead. Number 10, practical effect. Greg Nicarato and his team at KNB EFX used particle effects and prosthetics for the zombies instead of CGI. This would have cut them back for editing and would have made it a lot more easy to just shoot the shot. Number 11, zombie inspiration. The zombies movement was inspired by the classic film The Night of the Living Dead. Of course, Night of the Living Dead is a classic. It's pretty much where the zombie came from, 1968. Number 12, we got filming location. Most of season 1 was filmed in Atlanta, Georgia, particularly around abandoned streets and buildings. But when Merle was up on the rooftop, they actually called the cops because his gun was too loud and they thought he was a real shooter. Number 13, the tank scene. The scene with Rick trapped in the tank was shot using a real military tank in downtown Atlanta. Number 14, alternate scene for Shane. In the early draft, Shane was supposed to die in season 1, but the producer extended his act. Now, the reason for this was because Jon Bernthal is a lovable guy. They probably just really liked him. And also, they wanted him to shape Rick a little bit more in season 2. Number 15, record-breaking premiere. The pilot episode drew 5.3 million viewers, making it the most watched series premiere in AMC history. And by the way, guys, Breaking Bad is an AMC series. Number 16, critical acclaim. Season 1 received overwhelmingly positive reviews, with praise for its storytelling, and character depth. I'm sorry. Number 17, award nominations. This season was nominated for the Golden Globe for Best Television Series. Number 18, Frank Darabont wrote most of season 1. This is only because he was fired. But he only wrote 4 out of 6 episodes of the first season. Number 19, original plans for season 1. Darabont originally envisioned a 12-episode season, but AMC only approved of 6, giving them a low money budget. Number 20, first scene filmed. The first scene ever filmed for The Walking Dead was Rick Grimes shooting the little girl in the pilot. Now, that does make sense because that's the first scene we see, but it is a little weird that they didn't film that later on while he had a little glimpse of what he could be. Number 21, low budget. Season 1 had a budget of $3.4 million per episode. I'd say that's a lot, and also that kind of was a lot in 2010, but they're saying it's a low budget. Number 22, opening credits Easter egg. The title logo decays more each season, reflecting the worsening of the world. Now, this one I did not know. I knew it did look like that, but I did not know it was because the world is decaying. That does make sense. One part that really screws me over, like kind of scares me a little bit, and I know I'm going off topic, but you know, I'm a yapper, that's why you guys are here, is when Rick and the gang are at the prison, and the prison guys who have been in there for 10 months come out and they say, Rick just looks at them and goes, half the population is gone. And it's like, holy shit, in 10 months, half of the population is just gone. Like, that's scary to think, guys. All right, number 23, alternate pilot ending. The pilot ending was Rick in the tank. Just remember that, guys. Early drafts had Rick meeting his wife and son sooner, but they changed that to build suspense and leave the guys or girls watching on a cliffhanger. And you know what? It did a good job because a bunch of people came back to watch episode 2. Number 24, George A. Romero turned it down. The legendary director of Night of the Living Dead was offered a chance to direct, but declined, saying he wasn't interested in a TV series. Wow, that is crazy. Number 25. Sarah Wayne Callies as Lori Grimes was the first cast member that they put on the show. Before they even casted Rick, they casted Sarah Wayne Callies as Lori. Number 26. Jeffrey Demon, which is Dale, has a history with Darabont. He played Dale, but before that he appeared in nearly every Frank Darabont movie. That's a cool one. The Green Mile, he's in there. Number 27, Melissa McBride. She's Carol. We all know that. She was supposedly supposed to die early in the series, but her character did make it to the end and had her own spin-off show for a little bit, but her character was originally planned to die in season 1. Number 28, Irony Singleton as T-Dog. We all know that. Do we? Why do I keep saying this? Do we? I mean, you guys might not even watch the show. Guys, why are you watching this? Go watch the show. Okay. Irony Singleton replaced another character. The comic had a character named Tyrese, but the show introduced T-Dog instead. Tyrese appears in season 3. Yes, guys, Tyrese is a main character in the comics pretty much, but he doesn't come in until season 3. Number 29, Merle Dixon's accent. Michael Rooker, who is Merle, do we know that? Yes. Yes, we do, because I just told you. He improvised a lot of Merle's racist and aggressive dialogue. Okay, now I did not know this, but there is a lot of racism that is said when, Merle's here. And let's just say I didn't know that was because of him. Number 30, Shane's hairline change. Shane, who was played by John Bernthal, shaved his head as the season progressed to show the mental deterioration of him. Number 31, Lori's pregnancy foreshadowing. A brief shot of Lori taking birth control pills hinted at her pregnancy in season 2. Zombies and effects. Number 32, Walker versus Zombie. The word zombie is never used in the show because they don't know what a zombie is. In the world that they live in, zombie is not a thing. Number 33, no blinking rule. Zombie actors who are trained to never blink while on camera. But we literally see a dude drinking water in the back. All right. Number 34, contacts and makeup. Walkers wore hand-painted contact lenses that made their eyes look dead. I don't know if that's good for your eyelids, but whatever. Number 35, Bicycle Girl. Walker took hours to create. I mean, of course, it's in half, right? Is it an animatronic? I guess we'll find out. The famous half-body Walker in the pilot took over 3 hours of makeup. 3 hours of makeup, that means no, it is not an animatronic. Number 36, different zombie types. Some zombies had gray skin, which is older ones, while flesh ones had red tones. Number 37, Walker sounds. The growls and moans were recorded separately by professional voice actors. Number 38. Heat was a problem. Many zombie actors passed out due to the extreme Georgia heat in full prosthetics. That makes sense, guys. You know that part where Rick's talking to Morgan on the walkie-talkie? You can see sweat dripping down his face. He probably didn't run for 3 days before that. Number 39, real animals were used. The walkers eating flesh were often chewing on real pig intestines. What? Number 40. The Atlanta rooftop scene. The rooftop scene with Merle was filmed on the top of a real building, and Rooker was actually chained up. With real handcuffs. Number 41. Tank interior was a set. While the tank was real, the interior shot were filmed on a soundstage. Wow. Number 42. Glenn's pizza connection. In the comics, Glenn was a pizza delivery guy, and in the show, they kept that detail. Number 43. Rick's hospital scene took 3 days to film. Wow, 3 days for just the first 20 minutes of the movie? All right. The hospital hallway scene required multiple takes for the perfect lighting. Number 44. Andrea and Amy's boat scene. The lake in episode 2 was full of real snakes, making it a dangerous shot. Wow. Number 45. Fake horses were used. Some scenes of Rick riding the horse into Atlanta used a mechanical horse for safety. Oh, that's scary. I don't like that. Number 46. Exploding CDC building was mostly CGI. Of course, they're not going to explode a real frickin' CDC. The massive explosion at the CDC was a combination of real fire and CGI effects. Number 47. Dale's watch foreshadowing his fate. His obsession with time symbolizes his short life lived in the future. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Number 48. The bag of guns has a cameo. The bag of guns Rick retrieves was the same one that later appears in season 8. Oh, nice. Number 49. Shane's death foreshadowing. In episode 5, Shane almost shoots Rick, foreshadowing his eventual betrayal. Now, if you read the comics, you would have already known that. And also, I'm pretty sure in season 1, when they're walking around, he gets pretty mad at Rick because he realizes that he's not going to have Lori anymore. Finally, number 50. Morgan's future was teased early. He mentioned his wife turning, setting up his long-term trauma. Oh. Guys, I'll give you 3 bonus ones, all right? The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad connection. Merle's drug bag contained blue meth referencing Walter White or Heisenberg. Number 52. Daryl and Merle's past. Daryl mentions that their dad was abusive, hinting at why they're so hardened. They also were going to rob the camp, but they ended up staying. Number 53. The CDC's doctor secret whisper. Dr. Jenner whispers Rick that everyone is infected, which isn't revealed into season 2. I'm pretty sure if you watched the season, you would have already known that by now. Anyway, guys, that is 50 facts about The Walking Dead. I hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye. I jumped out of the pub and straight to the trap. Gang banging now rapping.